Coming up on Fulton Today, county officials explain why dialing 911 is still the most reliable emergency number to call. And we'll have details about a housing program that can help seniors make much needed repairs to their homes. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Emergency 911 directors from all over the country are trying to dissuade the public from dialing another emergency number when they need help. Now, some people are calling 112, the European number, instead of dialing 911, and that officials say is not necessarily a reliable move. Here to talk to us about it is our Emergency Communications Director, Angela Barrett. Angela, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell everybody about this 112 emergency number and where exactly it came from.
112 is a number that's commonly used as the three-digit emergency access number in European countries, in the European Union, outside of the United States. So in the event that there's an emergency, those callers would dial 112 in those countries.
And Angela, why is it being introduced here in the U.S.?
Recently, there was some communication on the internet and in the media about using 112 instead of 911. Some posted that 112 could be used for a faster response time and to circumvent 911, when in reality 112 is used outside of the United States and adopted back in the 1990s, so it's not a new three-digit number. However, it's not the accepted three-digit number in the United States and here in the metropolitan area.
And tell everybody why it is so important for our residents to continue dialing 911.
It's important to continue to dial 911, certainly in the event of emergency, instead of using a number that has not been tested and proven to work with all telephone carriers. Most of your major carriers transition the 112 to an emergency call, which shows up as 911. However, during an emergency, that's not the time to test whether or not the number works. So we suggest that callers continue to use 911 in the metro area, and especially here in Fulton County.
And your final comments?
Most importantly, when dialing 911, it's important to use a landline if available. That landline is going to give us an exact location that you're calling from compared to an approximate location, which will require the public safety responders to have to search and figure out where you are. If an exact address is not known, it's always good to use landmarks, mile markers, any descriptive information that can help us locate you. We want callers to continue to use 911 in lieu of using 112 to reduce the possible risk when dialing 911, so that you're not trying out a system that potentially will not work during an emergency. We are your lifeline, and one call could make the difference. And so we want you to continue to use 911 instead of 112.
All right, 911 Emergency Communications Director Angela Barrett. Great information. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Law enforcement officers say one of the fastest growing population are seniors. Well, they are often the most vulnerable for con artists and thieves. That's why the sheriff's office stopped by the Palmetto Senior Facility with a few tips on how to stay safe, like how to protect yourself when home alone, in the car, at the bank, or at shopping centers.
There's a lot of scams going on that are targeting the seniors, such as Medicare, Medicaid fraud, financial transaction, and just a lot of perpetrators out there trying to get financial gain from the seniors.
County crime figures show that about 5% of citizens 65 and older fall victim to crimes. Meanwhile, many seniors on fixed incomes are struggling with another kind of problem, needed home repairs. Ken Van Hoos is with the Office of Aging, and he has details now about the $725,000 grant approved by the Board of Commissioners to get those seniors the help they need. Ken, welcome to Fulton today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
Well, Ken, 71% of the seniors that we surveyed last year told us that they have some trouble keeping up with some of those minor repairs in their home, and this home repair grant can help them. Tell all the seniors about it.
Well, this home repair grant is a result of funding that we received in the general fund in the Fulton County budget. It's $725,000 that will go to minor home repairs, and will serve at least 362 seniors in the course of this year.
And just what kind of repairs are you talking about?
Repairs under this contract will cover a wide array of services. Actually, the intent of it is to keep the seniors' environment safe and free from hazards. So we have volunteer groups that will work as part of this contract that will clear yard debris, remove tripping hazards from the yard. Also, they'll do some modifications in the home, such as grab bars and other things that would help seniors stay in their home and be able to live independently. They'll also do minor repair to systems in the home, such as the air conditioning, heating system, electrical, plumbing, and they'll do painting, but only if it's part of what would be required to deter deterioration of the home and keep the home safe for the senior to live in.
And just who's eligible, and what is the limit on the amount of the repairs?
Seniors that are age 60 and above and reside in the home in Fulton County that they own are eligible for the service. The average cost of repairs is around $2,000. Some of the repairs are much less than that. There's not an exact limit, but certainly repairs that go much over $2,000 would be referred to other programs that provide a higher level of repair service.
And finally, let everybody know how they can get more information.
To get more information, seniors can call our STAR line. That's our information and assistance line. The number is 404-613-6000.
All right, Ken Van Hoos with the county's Office of Aging. Great information. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thanks for having me.
All right, again, if you want more information about the home repair program, you can call the Office of Aging Star line. We have more on the program in our district-by-district coverage. Fulton County's Clerk of Superior Court takes the top honor of her peers. Tina Robinson is the District Clerk of the Year, a tribute given by the Superior Court Clerk Association of Georgia. Members of the justice system, the clerk's office, friends, and family members were all on hand to applaud Ms. Robinson for a job well done. She oversees record keeping, information, and financial management functions within the busiest trial court in the state.
It is an amazing feeling. It's very, very good when people recognize the things that you do for the community. But I know that I could not do that without the help of my employees, my managers, the other criminal justice partners, as well as the Board of Commissioners.
The clerk's peers say she is known for her strong commitment to the community and people in need. Tina Robinson was sworn in as the Clerk of Superior Court in 2008. One of the most popular programs for county taxpayers starts next week. It's Fulton County Citizens University. For the last 9 years, residents have been able to get an up-close look at county government in action as students of FCCU. Students get to tour county facilities and departments and take part in public safety exercises. And this year, high school students will be part of the class.
This program is important to the citizens in Fulton County because this is the only program that offers a behind-the-scenes look at what we do on a daily basis. It also gives them the opportunity to see the services that we actually offer here in Fulton County, and they also have an opportunity to interact with all of the departments.
Members of the Board of Commissioners and the County Manager's Office will kick off the first class. The 12-week program ends with a graduation ceremony in June. For more information, contact the program coordinator at 404-612-8308. And still to come, some top musical acts are headed to Wolf Creek. We'll tell you all about it in our district-by-district coverage next. North Fulton residents get an update on library projects, and the Auburn Avenue community gets an update on revitalization efforts. Here's this week's District by District coverage.
In District 3, North Fulton residents get the latest developments on the new Milton Library project. The engineering team and county officials were available to answer questions at a public meeting earlier this month.
I'm very excited that they incorporated so much of what we talked about in a previous meeting about what the community wanted. For example, meeting facilities. They have a nice room with this plan, and we talked about having a separate children's section, which they incorporated, and having elements of sort of the architecture that's around here, which is an equestrian style. It looks like they incorporated that as well into their plans.
It's an L-shaped plan that wraps around a big signature tree on the site. It's a corner site, so we tried to keep the building open to the corner, allowing that yard to be used by the city as an outdoor public space. And then that also helps shield the parking that's behind the building itself.
The city of Alpharetta is also included on the list for a new library. A public meeting at Alpharetta City Hall was held to reveal the designs of that new 25,000 square foot facility. The new building will replace the old 10,000 square foot structure located on the corner of Mayfield Road and Canton Street in Milton. Both libraries are included in Phase 1 of the Atlanta Fulton Public Library Building Program. We will hear more about the library building projects later in the show. Vice Chair Emma I. Darnell, along with other Fulton County Board of Commissioners, approve a contract to help the senior community. A $725,000 contract with Senior Citizen Services and Meals on Wheels Atlanta will offer home repairs to Fulton County seniors with the greatest economic and social need.
This is directly related to our aging at home strategy to keep people in their homes as long as possible, and home repairs are definitely needed in the community to help support this initiative.
Some of the repairs available include painting, minor structural repair, and removal of safety hazards, just to name a few. A 2012 State of Seniors survey reports that 71% of Fulton County seniors ages 55 and older have difficulty with minor home repairs. The Fulton County Board of Commissioners approved the contract earlier this month. In District 6, Commissioner Joan Garner joins Invest Atlanta and the Georgia Department of Community Affairs at a press conference to announce a new tax incentive for businesses along Auburn Avenue. The area is now considered to be an opportunity zone. Businesses along the corridor will qualify for an annual tax credit of $3,500 for each new job created. The tax credit is good for 5 years.
Long term, we're talking about stability and recovery from the economic downturn that occurred a few years ago. It will attract new residents, it will attract new businesses, and it will help with the sustainability of this community.
Community leaders are working to revitalize the Sweet Auburn District, a former vibrant business community. Due to a decline in the area's business community, the location has been listed as endangered by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Meanwhile, the improvements for District 6 continue with the Auburn Avenue Research Library expansion project. A community update meeting was held to inform the public about the design to expand the existing building. More parking, gallery space, and meeting rooms are included in the new additions.
We're looking to not just extend its life, but also revive it and give it new life. From not just a quantitative standpoint of adding more square footage, for example, but more making it up to date in terms of how people use a facility such as this one.
The Auburn Avenue Research Library on African American Culture and History opened its doors in 1994. The library is included in Phase 1 of the Atlanta Fulton Public Library Building Program. 8 new libraries and 2 expanded libraries are a part of this project. And finally, in District 7, Wolf Creek Amphitheater prepares for the spring season with a series of concerts. Music artists like Gladys Knight, a 7-time Grammy Award winner, and Howard Hewitt will perform at the venue on May 3rd. Tickets are on sale now for the event.
Wolf Creek Amphitheater is very excited to announce a series of concerts with our partner station, V103. We invite you to please visit our website for these affordable concert series, old school concert series, and purchase your tickets at ticketalternative.com.
Wolf Creek is a 435-acre site in South Fulton County that can hold 5,200 guests. For more information about the calendar of events, log on to www.wolfcreekamphitheater.com. With this week's District by District coverage, I'm Darrell Peak.
Thank you very much. Now, you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And up next, citizens weigh in on health services in the county. Stay with us.
Watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
The county's top health professionals are all ears as they listen to their public. It's the focus of this week's Common Ground report. With 4 new integrated care health centers up and running, the health services team is working to inform citizens about what's available. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has details.
The first of the 3 spring listening sessions was held here in Northwest Atlanta at the Neighborhood Union Health Center. Health Services distributed a number of these flyers inviting students from nearby college campuses, small business owners, and residents to come to provide input, but also to get information about the new health care law and the health care exchanges that law creates.
Beginning October 1st, families, individuals, and businesses can begin purchasing high-quality health insurance under the new Affordable Health Care Act. West End Medical Centers provides primary and dental care at the county's health centers. They're assuring clients there will be plenty of help navigating the health care marketplace.
And what happens once you put that personal information in is it's going to shoot back companies that may have policies that you are eligible for. And then you will go to those specific companies, like you're shopping in the store, you're going to look at the co-pays, you're going to look at the deductibles, you're going to look at all of that, and you're going to find out what is going to work for you.
The Thursday night listening sessions were also held at the North Fulton and Adamsville Regional Health Centers. Health Services will determine whether there's a need for future sessions as the date to enroll in the healthcare marketplace, that's October 1st, draws near. I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Now, if you were unable to attend any of the community listening sessions and would like to know more about our integrated care services, please call the Health Services main number, 404-612-1211, or go online to fultoncountygahealth.org. Well, they are the fastest growing beverage drink on the market. We're talking about those energy drinks, and they may be doing more harm than good. As a part of Caffeine Awareness Month, library patrons got a big dose of information about the presence of caffeine in so many products we consume.
You know, caffeine is in everything. People tend to drink energy drinks now. We drink caffeines in our tea. There are mints now with caffeine. There are these energy shots. So there's a lot of caffeine going on. And I think it's because Americans tend to be more sleep deprived and we're trying to do more things.
Dr. Morris told the class caffeine poses a particular threat to children, and adults who consume too much of the stimulant put themselves at risk as well.
The label is critically important. When you read the average label, it is typically for 1 to 2 servings. So that it may be 2 servings, so you're getting double the amount of sugar, double the amount of caffeine, double the amount of ginseng, and all of these other ingredients. And what happens is you're drinking all this stuff, you're drinking your calories, your waistline expands, and that helps to contribute to our obesity problem.
The 34-branch Atlanta Fulton Public Library System is an invaluable resource. Go online to afpls.org to view upcoming lecture sessions and programs that might be of interest to you. To ensure the safety of public places like pools, restaurants, and those mobile food carts, Environmental Health Services has adopted a fee increase. Effective April 1st, the permit fees for 4,700 restaurants, 1,700 swimming pools, and over 200 tourist facilities like motels will go up by 10%. It's the first increase in 4 years.
The last fee increase we had was in 2009. Since then, we've gotten an additional 400 facilities, which is more restaurants, more swimming pools, and more tourist accommodations to inspect. Also, too, we have increased costs for technology. Our inspectors now have laptops for food service inspections that we now take out. We've signed up for the FDA standardization program. Right now, we have 2 of those standards. As part of keeping up with those standards, we need to make sure that we have the most innovative equipment that's out there necessary to inspect our restaurants.
The cost to inspect private construction projects and swimming pools is also increasing. The entire list of services affected is on the county's website. Go to fultoncountygahealth.org, click on Environmental Health Services on the left side of the homepage, and then find Fee Schedule. If you got questions, call the department at 404-613-1301. And when we come back, children exploring everything from nature to the solar system. Stay with us.
You're watching Fulton Today.
In the middle of the day, some kids got a chance to see some stars in the night sky. The Chattahoochee Nature Center's Star Lab made a stop at the Roswell Library. Star Lab is a mobile inflatable planetarium. Children learned about constellations, comets, and the phases of the moon.
It's an amazing experience for kids that don't get to go out at night, don't live in a safe environment, to be out and explore the night sky, and also kids that have to be in bed early and don't get that, exposure.
Children who do go to bed early can still study our closest and brightest star, the sun. According to spacefacts.com, the sun is 4.6 billion years old and burns at 9,939 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, the Star Lab is just one way to bond with nature. Another is to explore the good old outdoors.
Spring break camp is going to be a blast here at Camp Kingfisher.
The camp is part of the Chattahoochee Nature Center with plenty to do and still time to sign up.
We're going to get outside on all of our trails. We're going to get to the river boardwalk. We're going to be doing some science exploration activities. If it's warm enough, we'll get out on the canoes and do a little paddling.
Registration is open to students in kindergarten through 5th grade. Camp Kingfisher has 2 sessions this spring break. Sign up online by visiting chatnaturecenter.org. The Chattahoochee Nature Center receives funding from the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs right here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey or email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, friend us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.